A lot has been happening ahead of Gen Z's occupation of JKIA, and we have received some videos and some images of what has been happening around that area. Before we have a look at those photos and videos, let me bring to your attention this: why Gen Zs will occupy JKIA tomorrow. There is a deal by Zakayo to give control of JKIA for 30 years to a corrupt firm from India, Adani Group. The airport sits on an 11,600-acre piece of land. One of the reasons why Davis Chirchir is being pushed down our throats to replace Murkomen as CS Transport and Infrastructure is to ensure this deal goes through. Adani Group has numerous cases filed against it in India, including money laundering, using the same format that was used to loot billions in Kenya in the Golden Bag scandal. KAA is reportedly being pushed to transfer the title deed of JKIA to Adani Group so they can obtain loans to finance the project. Adani Group has a huge debt and is unable to carry out the project. The project will also be funded largely by taxpayers' money and loans, so why transfer the title deed to Adani? The documents obtained show government of Kenya has been told to anticipate protest after the deal is done. What they did not expect was the deal to be exposed before it is concluded, hence the urgency by active citizens to speak out and stop the looters in their tracks. A consulting firm, ALG, that was paid Kenya shillings 160 million upfront by Ruto's administration has raised so many red flags and wonders why the deal being done through restricted tendering is being rushed. Hashtag Ruto must go. That's an information that is widely being shared out. And it's explaining why Gen Zs are occupying JKIA tomorrow. Yes. And this is an information probably coming from the Gen Zs as to why they are occupying JKIA. JKIA is being leased out to some corrupt individuals from India, Adani Group. It's important for Kenyans to understand that. And then besides that, I've also received some good information here. Beverly in Kwamboka, happening now at Taj Mall, maandamano imeanza huku. Then Odari, kwani ni kesho, intersection outering Eastern Bypass, after which they have shared out those videos.
They will not believe. They will not believe, bwana. Ili prep ya kesho. Nilikuambia watu bwana. Alafu unasema utapiga watu risasi. Piga na. Yaani watu maandamano imeanza. Maandamano ya kesho imeanza. Maandamano imeanza. Maandamano imeanza.
It's serious, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. Kenyans are serious, Gen Zs are serious. It's not business as usual. It's important for William Ruto to know and to understand that Kenyans are not joking. They mean business. Cyprian Nyakundi has also shared out this. Hi Nyakundi, they are currently removing flower vases along the expressway in fear of tomorrow. After which he has shared out those images. It's as if the flower vases are being removed along the expressway in fear of tomorrow. A lot of activities along Mombasa Road. And I know tomorrow things are going to get more and more interesting. It's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyans are tired of all these political rhetorics by Ruto and his administration. We heard Ruto speak yesterday, threatening that enough is enough. And he was talking as if Kenya is his. Kenya belongs to over 50 million people. William Ruto is just an individual having a title of a president. But Kenya belongs to over 50 million people. William Ruto has no option but to listen to Kenyans. I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand it better. If you're watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Everything in Kenya has been going south. Parliament compromised, judiciary compromised, IBC compromised, EACC compromised, the police compromised. So everything has been going south in Kenya. And I believe that's why Kenyans are out on the streets demanding better governance. The judiciary allowed itself to be compromised by Ruto and his team. And this is why I still maintain that it's important for Martha Koome and her bench to quit. And as Gen Zs piles pressure on William Ruto to quit, they should also pile pressure on Martha Koome and the 7 Supreme Court judges to also quit. They are also an embarrassment not only to themselves but to everybody. In fact, the apex court is the weakest link in our judiciary. The lower courts appears to be more independent and stronger than the apex court. So Martha Koome and her team should also do the needful and to quit. And when Kenyans occupied parliament, a warning was sent to Martha Koome and her team. We saw Gen Zs storming the Supreme Court. If Koome never learned something from that incident, then it's very unfortunate. She has to quit with her team. And again, if you look at parliament, we are here because our parliament has failed to perform its oversight role. If these so-called members of parliament were doing their duties as they should, then Kenyans could have not been on the streets. Kenyans are on the streets because the elected leaders have also failed. And this is why it's important we remind Kenyans that any leader who voted yes, any leader supporting William Ruto, whether that's your father, your uncle, your relative, your friend, whether a governor, MCA, MP, senator, that's a person who has to be voted out, or that's a person who has to be recalled. The Constitution gives Kenyans the right to recall these elected leaders. So Kenyans should not forget, any leader who voted yes, the ground should be very hostile to that leader, and greetings should continue. This is the only way we can salvage our sinking country. The leaders have to be greeted. The ground has to be politically very hostile to them. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. We are still monitoring how things are moving on, and our business here is to bring you a detailed analysis of latest events as they unfold in our country. And that's a duty we are doing without fear or favor. We are doing it without any remorse to any person. We are not here to massage any person's ego. We call it as it is without any fear or favor. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.